let me start by wishing you all a very, very Merry Christmas. And I mean that in the sincerest of terms. It's been a difficult year. It's been a tricky year. And I know for a lot of you that there's a lot, none of us are really where we want to be this Christmas. We've all had sacrifices to make, and there's loved ones that we can't see, won't see. There's some people that aren't even with us anymore. And I just really wanted to do this today, this video, to say thank you to all of you, to let you know that I appreciate every time you tune in and you watch. I do read all of your comments, and it's been a bad year for one and all. Let's be fair. Life has changed immeasurably for so many people, and I know there's a lot of people sat at home today, as I say, not doing the things they wanted to do. So I thought the least I could do was just produce a little Christmas Day video, a little Christmas Day message. I've got some messages coming up in a minute, just as part of the video anyway. But there's no West Ham news as such. I just really wanted to come online and wish you a very, very Merry Christmas. In fact, before I do, maybe you know Specky Becky Rebecca, who does the video. She does the post-match reaction videos after we've played a game. Let's hear from Becky. She's got a Christmas message for all of you.
This is a Christmas message for anybody who has watched any Hammers Chat videos this year. I am Specky Becky, aka Rebecca, and I would like to thank you all and wish you a very, very Merry Christmas in these toughest of times. I must say I've been overwhelmed by the sheer number of messages that people leave underneath my videos. I cannot notice that some people only reply to me and don't bother with that pesky Gonzo. And some of my absolute favourites are regulars. I am constantly reminded by one poster in particular that I'm a lady and I know nothing about football whatsoever, and to go on a training course. And somebody has sent me a present in the post. What could it be? What could it be? Oh, it's a dishwasher tablet. Why, thank you, John. Thank you so much. I shall be sure to use this when I'm going about my household chores. I would also like to thank Neville. Thank you, Neville, who has sent me a wonderful message, which reads, "Hello, Rebecca. I always find your videos entertaining and enlightening. And has anybody ever told you that you do have beautiful eyes?" Never likes my eyes, you see. But I would also like to refute the suggestion that I know nothing whatsoever about football. I know lots about football. I don't need to do any training course. I don't need to find out any more about West Ham. So I would like to wish top goal scorer Michael Antonio and club captain Mark Nolan a very Merry Christmas, as I do for all of you. And please always remember, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and always watch all of the adverts on Hammers Chat.
Thank you very much indeed, Specky Becky, and I wholeheartedly would agree with that. But I'm not going to be so crude. I can't believe she finished that in such a cutthroat and mercenary way. So I won't put an advert in here, because I feel like it'd probably be wrong and crude to do so. But I do want to thank Becky for jumping on board and just doing some videos with Hammers Chat, and just anybody else that's got involved at all throughout the year. It's been a weird year. So first of all, when COVID sort of struck, started doing these daily videos and deciding, well, hold on a second, we better do a daily upload, because you're stuck at home and I'm stuck at home. And a few people have said cheers for doing the uploads, but quite frankly, it's been good for me as well, because it stopped me from going doolally, and even at a point where I wasn't able to speak to that many people because we weren't getting out of the house. I was able to speak to you lot, and we'd have a bit of interaction and some back and forth, and I really thoroughly enjoyed that, certainly. Oh, Pringle bells, Pringle all the way. Oh, I wish West Ham would sign Moussa Dembele. Hey! In terms of West Ham, it's been a weird old time, let's be fair. I think certainly nobody expected what was going to happen with Manuel Pellegrini, but the manager that likes to attack and play free-flowing football sort of forgot to attack, didn't he? And we weren't really scoring many goals. David Moyes came in, and when he came in, it wasn't particularly good. I've got to say, It didn't look great. Had a dumping win against Bournemouth, and then it all seemed to go downhill. And then just at the point where you thought maybe he's going to turn this round, and I've got to be honest, I wasn't somebody that thought I wanted Moyes to come in a second time. I didn't even want him to come in the first time. But at the point where it looked like he was going to turn it round and start getting a string of results which might keep us safe, and we were massive relegation candidates, by the way, far more than the first time he was here, we started to pick up a little bit of form, it seems. Bang. COVID hit and lockdown. On the first day of Christmas, my chairman gave to me James Tarkowski. After lockdown, the rest is sort of history and may well go down in folklore. I just think it's as simple as some teams, some clubs reacted to COVID football and the changing landscape around football better than others. And I feel we were one of the better ones, and I still do to this day. There were some I feel it may well have cost Leicester a Champions League place. I feel that Sheffield United just haven't been the same team since. But we've done all right, and we managed to. I don't think we scraped over the line. We went into the last game against Aston Villa already safe, and I do think that was absolutely key. And fair play to Moyes, because I remember in his first stint we went into the last game of the season against Everton, against Sam's Everton, if you remember. We were already safe. And this time we went to the last game against Aston Villa. We were already safe. So he didn't just keep us up by the seat of our pants. We got there with a little way to go. Sullivan has moved us across town. This season he managed to continue the form, all right, albeit the first game against Newcastle was terrible. We got a loss against Arsenal, which we didn't deserve. But again, he seemed to have adapted to COVID football. I can't help but think that these are circumstances. I don't mean the whole coronavirus thing. I'm talking about not having an awful lot of money to spend. These are circumstances that David Moyes is comfortable in. These are circumstances which he's used to operating in. When he first started at Everton, Bill Kenwright, the chairman there, didn't have any money at all. So he was really having to cut his cloth accordingly. It was only really later on in his reign that he was able to buy people like Fellaini for 15 to 18 million and things like that. And I often think David Moyes working to a budget is a lot better than, a lot more effective, and he's probably more comfortable than David Moyes at Manchester United with 30, 50 millions to spend here and there. He just didn't know. He didn't know what to do, really, did he? Antonio's driving home for Christmas. Yeah, he's given a lift to Manuel Lanzini. Antonio's driving home for Christmas, yeah. And he crashed his Lamborghini. Going into this upcoming window, and David Moyes he's funny enough, he's recently said he doesn't think there's any value to be had in your January window. He don't think you can do good deals there in the winter transfer window. His own experience would suggest otherwise. I think two of our most successful signings in recent times, Jarrod Bowen and Thomas Souček, were both done as you would almost say emergency transfers, never done in the January window. So not only can West Ham do it, not only can it be done, David Moyes can do it, and David Moyes has a recent history of doing it. And I do think it's fair to say that in terms of keeping us up last season, Jarrod Bowen and Thomas Souček played massive parts. And I'd also go along and say that Mikel Antonio, obviously, and Angelo Ogbonna were both huge in that as well. The Christmas schedule coming up. Well, look, we've got an awful lot of videos. We always do videos, but we're absolutely. We've got to be careful. West Ham, we've got to be careful. We've got a fixture congestion coming up, which always happens in and around Christmas time. We seem to have a system, or two systems. We're playing two separate systems now. It doesn't seem to matter whether we play the 5 at the back or the 4 at the back or whatever you want to call it. Whichever one we play doesn't overly appear to suit Sebastian Haller. So I do think there's probably business needs to be done there. We're clearly weak at fullback. So as much as we're told there's no business to be done, I do believe there is business going to get done, whether it be that in the shape of loans or however it may be. A lot of clubs don't have a lot of money now. So what's there to do? Is everybody going to decide not to trade anymore? I don't think that's going to be the case. I think clubs are going to be swapping players and things like that, because as much as people are having to operate using less money, the necessity for clubs to still need to freshen up their squads is still there. That remains the same. Coronavirus has up the year. when there's nowhere to go and you're locked up at home and you're on your 10th beer. It's that COVID-19 time of the year. Just finally, fans going back. I think probably that's a subject for another time, but it's going to be difficult. When we first started this lockdown, this coronavirus, we didn't know. I did an awful lot of videos about it. The truth of the matter is I was just trying to read between the lines and see what was going on, but it did appear that it would be for quite a while. And I do remember when I first started doing it, there were some people in the chat saying, look, fans might not get back for, a year or 2 years or something like that. And you know what? A year, when did it start? April, something like that. Not beyond the realms of possibility. It was just a shame that fans got back and we got 2,000 fans in against Man United. And we lost. It was your fault. I'm joking. I was pleased to get out, but then straight away the whole place is locked down again. We got to hope for better times. We got to hope for better things coming up. Anyway, certainly. Speaking of better things coming up, I've got a video. I'm going to play a video now, and it's from Canning Town Lent, and it's going to feature an awful lot of you people. There's a lot of people in this video, a lot of fans. There'll be a lot of people that you recognise in this video that Len's caricatured. Some of them are not even with us anymore, very, very sadly. So he's done a lovely piece, and basically, if you've had a drawing done by Canning Town Len, you're highly likely to be in this. He's got a lot of other stuff coming up, a lot of irons in the fire, no pun intended there. I do want to finish up by wishing you all. Wishing you all? What's wishing you all? You know what I mean. I want to wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas. I know it's hard. I feel a little bit silly even saying it, because when I'm saying I wish you a Merry Christmas, I am totally and abundantly aware they ain't normal. You're possibly not going to be sitting down with people that you want to sit next to. I don't mean a wife, by the way. You'd possibly be sitting down next to people that ideally you wouldn't normally. There'd be more of you there, is what I'm muddling it up, aren't I? You normally have more people around you. You'd be travelling around and seeing loved ones and taking advantage of, I guess a time off work. But it's been so weird. Everyone's had so much time off work and people have lost their jobs. And when I'm wishing you a Merry Christmas, I'm aware that this is not going to be a particularly happy time for everybody. So, listen, Christmas wishes, and even if you don't celebrate Christmas, best wishes to all of you. I really sincerely hope things do get better for all of us. Take care of yourselves. I'm not going anywhere. I'm giving a speech. I'll be back. I'll be doing a video tomorrow, prattling on about something or other, not signing someone or moaning about a player or something like that. But that's what I do. And bless you all for tuning in, for sticking with me, and whatever. Just trying to get through all of this. And I'll tell you what I do want to thank you for everything that we do, and myself and Gio, because Gio will be doing a video today. I just want to thank anybody that's ever really taken any time to watch one of our videos and then come back and watch another one. Because time is your biggest commodity, really. And the fact that you would choose, 15 minutes of your time, half hour of your time, whatever it may be, and you would choose to watch one of these videos rather than, you could be watching Netflix, you could be reading a book, you could be doing any number of things that are better than watching me prattle on a video. Let's be perfectly honest about this. So anybody that does that, and particularly those of you that do it regularly as well, I'm absolutely honoured by it. I would say I'm humble, but my wife would say I'm not a humble. I'm not humble. She would say, humble. You're not humble by anything. But I am genuinely honoured. I'm absolutely chuffed. And I'll tell you what I am absolutely and totally surprised every time I see a video and I see the amount of people that have watched it. So it's been weird for me to adjust from talking to 50 people and then 100 people and 200, and then all of a sudden you're speaking to a few thousand people. That's weird. Totally unprepared for it. But I do thank you, and I will continue to do so. Anyway, please do watch this beautiful, lovely little piece by Canning Town Len, and you never know, you might even spot yourself in it.